the Sun Woman. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel this month for your readings for the new moon in Cancer. I want to just take a moment to thank you all for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for the awesome comments. I enjoy interacting with you and responding to questions and comments and feedback that you leave. So thank you so much for being so involved with the channel. And I also want to thank all of you who have requested readings. I've met some wonderful people, and if you are thinking about getting a reading with me and you just want to kind of test the waters, go ahead and try one of my burning question readings where you can get a general overview on your question, and then if you want a more in-depth reading, we have the 60-minute to 90-minute readings that I can do for you, and I tailor those and customize those to your situation, to your question, and to the information that you are hoping to get some clarity with. Okay, so thank you so much. I want to wish a happy Independence Day to everyone in the USA, and for anyone around the world who is enjoying the blessings of freedom or who is called to freedom. Let's make sure that we use our freedom to serve one another in love, okay? Now, this new moon in Cancer is going to be a really great new moon for us because after all of the crazy celestial energy that's been going on with the planets, this is going to be a much quieter time. The new moon falls on the 4th in the sign of Cancer, and it's a very soothing and nurturing sign for the new moon. So it's likely to really stir feelings of calmness and peace for us all. The moon is really at home in the sign of Cancer, so you're going to be feeling a welcome flow of energy, and that's really going to encourage us all to be more gentle and more loving towards ourselves. I think we all really need that, especially with the harsh energy that's been circulating in the universe. That's going to kind of get washed away with the gentle tones of this new moon, and we may find more emotional clarity presenting itself than before in the previous months. Now, the new moon in Cancer is a very emotional sign, very emotional placement, so, you know, some things may come up, some deep things from within may surface, but there's no need for us to do any digging or any analysis, you know, at this time. Instead, let's just let those emotions rise in whatever way they come up, and focus on just loving and accepting ourselves this month, okay? So also we have a lot going on with Mars. Mars has been retrograde since April, and now Mars has moved forward on June 29th, which is wonderful because, you know, during the Mars retrograde phase, we may have been feeling very unmotivated, undirected, you know, or kind of a push and pull, having to take 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We may have been dealing with a lot of delays and setbacks in projects or in trying to move our lives forward. And you may also have been dealing with some anger or resentment from the past, or old wounds, you know, both emotional and physical, presenting themselves, and really on another level kind of uncertain as to, you know, making decisions or what the next move in your life is. Well, on June 29th, Mars went forward, waking up from that sleep, and Mars is about to make its way going direct. And when a planet shifts out of retrograde motion into direct motion, we tend to feel its effects very strongly. So with Mars waking up, it's time for us to start feeling motivated, taking action, creating ambition, and, you know, we're going to be feeling movement in these areas. Now, as Mars picks up speed, we'll see more progress, and Mars is in Scorpio at this time, and then it will be moving into Sagittarius. So wherever these areas are in your chart, you're going to feel more energy, more motivation, you know, in those areas. So definitely, you know, exercise patience, things are going to start moving forward, and we'll have that energy behind us to deal not only with the outer world but also with our subconscious. Okay, so it's a powerful moment to let us know that we're on the right track. If a decision has to be made, you may finally get the answer as to which way to turn during this time. Okay, so Mars won't officially return to full speed until August 22nd, but we're definitely going to feel the changing and shifting of the energy between now and then. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the readings for each of the 12 individual signs. Remember, you want to check out your sun, moon, and rising. One message may resonate more than another, and let's just go ahead and see what those messages are for each of us for this new moon cycle in Cancer. Thank you again, and let's go ahead with the individual readings. Hello, Geminis. This new moon in Cancer is going to be highlighting your second house, and your second house is your house of finances. It is your house of your resources. It's the house of wealth. It also is not just our financial house, but it is a house that represents our own inner resources. So what talents, gifts, skills we have to put out into the world and receive back from those blessings that we put out there. Your sixth house is going to be the location of the Mars moving direct. That is your work house. That has to do with your daily job, also your co-workers, people in your immediate environment. So there may be some connections here going on between money and work for you. Something new starting up, a new project or a new job perhaps that is going to give you a boost in salary, salary and income. You may be doing new work with your own creative skills that's going to turn out, not just as a hobby or a side thing, but may end up becoming your main work and your main source of income. And so while it will also benefit you financially, it will benefit you emotionally, spiritually, because you may be have the blessing of being able to make money from whatever it is that your calling is. Okay, so new energy in those areas. Let's go ahead and do the reading for Gemini. What are the messages for Gemini for this new moon cycle? Messages for Gemini for the new moon cycle in Cancer. Message for Gemini, new moon cycle in Cancer. I'm using the Art of Life deck, so I'll be reading these cards all right side up. Message for Gemini, Gemini message for the new moon cycle in Cancer. Okay, let's cut the deck. Okay, so we have the Lovers in the recent past. We have the Nine of Wands covering. We have the Three of Swords in the near future. We have the Seven of Wands crowning. We have the Tower in the area that rules other people in our lives. We have the Five of Cups in the hopes and fears area. And we have the Ace of Pentacles, wow, in the outcome. Okay, so, some interesting cards coming up, but I really like that Ace of Pentacles coming out in the outcome there for you. And I'm just going to pull the cards over here so you can see them. These cards are pretty big, but I just love them. I love the images on them. And let's see what's at the base of the deck here for Gemini. Temperance. Okay. All right, so major arcana there as the underlying energy. And you have a few. You have the Lovers, you have the Tower card, and Temperance. Okay, so what I'm getting here for you, my Geminis, is that, it's interesting. There's a combination here between love situation and money. And so I'm feeling like many of my Geminis may have recently been dealing with a relationship situation. And it may have been a relationship in which you have, you were contributing a lot of your personal resources. It could have been finances, in support of a partner. It could have also been, your emotional resources, your time, your energies, your presence in a relationship. Now, I feel that you are at this moment kind of being very careful, trying to figure out where you stand in a situation, possibly trying to figure out where a partner stands. And so you have the Nine of Wands energy on you right now, touching that lover's situation. So, there may be a feeling of, okay, I'm going to hold on here until I know where I'm going, or until the last possible second. I'm going to fight, for this situation, and there's a desire to fight for the situation, even though you may be up against a lot of obstacles. So the Nine of Wands talks about, being under stress and wanting to be bold and wanting to be valiant, even though you're dealing with stress or under attack in some way, or, in an unknown situation. Crowning is the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is saying, you are dealing very valiantly in a situation here. You're being brave. You are, trying to put on a brave face. The message on the Seven of Wands, and this is your advice card, your crowning card here, is life is not a matter of holding good cards, but of playing a poor hand well. So I feel like whatever, you're dealing with here, Gemini, you are trying to work it out, with the best possible resources that you have. Your patience, your focus, you're trying to win here. You're trying to resolve, give the situation time to resolve itself in your favor. Up against odds. I just feel like you're up against some difficult odds here, and you're trying to, you've pulled back. You're trying to, as I said, be patient. You're trying to keep your emotions in check, keep your thoughts in check, not let, your mind run away with you here. What I feel like, we have the Three of Swords coming up here. And it's interesting for me because the Three of Swords is in the near future, and you have the Tower here in the area that rules other people in your life. So what this says to me, Gemini, is that it may be a situation here that regardless of your best intentions, or regardless of you trying to fight for this situation or trying to hold on, you may be up against odds that are going to be difficult to surmount. And the reason I'm saying this is not because of your intentions, and not because of your commitment, and not because of your fight and your courage and your drive here. But there may be something going on with someone else in your life, with a potential partner, with, your relationship partner, or with someone that you are connected to through this Lover's card. Something has happened in that person's life, okay? Something beyond their control, something that may have happened out of the blue, that has completely shaken the base of their life. It's been a life-changing situation for them, okay? It's not something that you could have controlled or that you can control at this moment. It's a situation here where you have got to release this situation into the universe and let the universe, God, whoever you believe in, take control of the situation, okay? Because it may be one of those points in your life, in your relationship history, in your emotional status, where you cannot control the outcome of this situation, because the Tower again is coming up in the area that rules other people in your life. And I feel that there are circumstances in that other person's life that are out of your control, and that they have to deal with at this moment. It's a changing, life-altering situation. Now, this could be for the negative, or it could also be for the positive. Not saying that this Tower energy, the Tower is not in itself a negative card. The Tower is a card that represents drastic and sometimes unforeseen change. It could be negative or it could be positive. Whatever it is a situation that is going to take whoever it influences from one phase of their life very quickly to the next phase of their life. Now, if this person is resisting change, it's a situation that will come out of the blue and create change that happens to them, kind of beyond their control. If they are in alignment with their life goals, with their life path, then it could be a situation that propels them forward into the next phase of their spiritual journey. So this is something that you're going to need to understand, okay? That, again, it may be beyond your realm of being able to control or affect the situation. Now, how has it left you? Well, it has left you with this Five of Cups energy. And the Five of Cups talks about emotional disappointment, emotional stress, feelings of being detached, perhaps heartache, perhaps just a feeling of perhaps separation. It may be a situation where this person has received some type of offer, a job situation, a family situation that has caused them to need to focus all of their energies on that area of their life. They may have been forced to uproot themselves and move or travel somewhere. And so with this new moon energizing your second house of resources, and with Mars energizing your sixth house, it may be a situation where whatever resources you are investing in this relationship or partnership, you may be called to redirect those energies to your own life, to your own daily grind, your own life situation, changing your environment, focusing on your work projects. And it may be something that you don't want to do right now. You want to go back and focus on this other person or, this emotional situation. But the situation may be forcing you to, as I said, redirect your energies towards your own affairs, towards your own, rebuilding your daily life and the focus of your life's work, and back from the outside, refocusing back to your inner world and your the world surrounding you, your personal environment. Now, as a result of that, it looks like this redirection of resources is going to be highly successful for you, because the outcome here is the Ace of Pentacles. And this Ace of Pentacles says that something that you are working on, this redirection of energy, of focus, of ambition, of drive, with Mars moving forward in that sixth house, energizing that new moon in your wealth house, it looks like you are going to be quite successful in increasing your personal worth, in increasing your financial security, your financial gain. There's going to be some major spark of new beginnings, seeds being planted that have the potential of creating extensive wealth for you, Geminis, okay? So, it is definitely by the end of this new moon cycle, which ends at the new moon in Leo in August. So between now and say August 1st, 2nd, you are going to either get wind of some financial increase, a new project, a new contract, perhaps new business coming in. As I said, you may be taking something that was a hobby or a part-time focus and transforming that into your life's work, into something that's going to be your major source of security, financial security. And the Ace of Pentacles here is a wonderful omen for growth, success, good fortune in your financial realm. The card here says wealth is the ability to fully experience life. So you're being called to focus on your life and to fully experience the life that you are creating and the life that you have created, and where you may have wanted to share this life with someone else, or uplift or support someone else in your life. Know that the good karma that you have sown as a result of your generosity, your grace, your benevolence towards someone else in your life, a loved one, is going to come back to you 10 times over, because the Ace of Pentacles is saying that not only are you getting reward for your efforts, but you're getting reward for your spiritual efforts as well. Karma itself is keeping track of your blessings for those in your life and going to return those gifts to you in some other area of your life, Gemini. Okay, so fantastic message here. Try to allow yourself that time. This Cancer energy is a time for healing. It is a time for inner focus, of refreshing yourself on a personal level. Refresh yourself. Do not allow yourself to be caught up in the fears of your emotional pain or disappointment, because there is something good and beautiful and positive just benevolent that is coming through for you, Gemini, as a result of your actions. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull a card here from the Oracle deck and see what the energies here are for my Geminis. What is the final message for you, for Gemini, for this new moon cycle in Cancer? Okay. I received the number 16 card for you, Gemini, and this is... Wow, it looks like one of the cards were left behind here. You know what? I'm going to pull that one for you and see what that says as well. That's interesting that happened, and I didn't even realize it. So I'm going to take both of them. Well, you've got the number 46 card here, which is pushing upward, and the number 16 card, enthusiasm. Wow, great messages here. Pushing upward talks about steady progress, gaining confidence, accepting challenges, Gemini, a promotion. Wow. Ace of Pentacles, there you go, that promotion energy, receiving recognition. So there you go, your work life, your financial situation, some type of movement upward, forward, promotion, steady gain for you. And number 16 card, enthusiasm, self-expression, inspiring others, self-confidence, totality, success, sharing, a positive response. So something that you've done here, You've done good works here, Gemini, and as a result of those, you are going to see some gain, and you should be happy, you should be enthusiastic, you should be expectant of good and positive things in your life. You must focus on what you can control, and don't worry about what you cannot control. You know, that Three of Swords here, the message here that is in the near future, which is within the next month period. Yes, there may be some distance between you and a person and a loved one. There may be a separation, there may be a break, but know that it is not as a result of your actions. It is circumstances beyond your control, and know that the message here is difficulties exist to be surmounted. So it looks like whatever difficulties you're dealing with, Gemini, you're going to do it in a balanced and controlled way, and you are going to come out in the end here with blessings that may be beyond what you can even imagine at this moment. So beautiful message there for you, my Geminis. Keep your head up. I wish you all good things, blessings, peace, love, and joy. And as always, I bid you namaste.